have a fun hand to discuss from the Long Beach International Airport on my way back to Vegas. See how nice this little airport is? And it's a lot less busy than LAX, LAX. So anyway, on to the hand. The stakes were 5-5, and the effective stacks were 600. The other person in the hand had roughly a $600 stack, and I had him covered. I am first to act from early position, and a person who had left the table just came back and they posted their $10. So the pot is actually starting with $25. It's a 5-5 game, so both blinds are $5 each, and the lady who re-entered the game posted 10, so there's $20 in the pot. I'm first to act, and I have pocket queens, red and a black, a heart and a spade if I remember correctly, and I make it 25 to go. Action folds to the cutoff, and he calls, the button calls, and the big blind calls. So there are three callers. There's my 25 times 4 is 100. The ladies 10, 110, and another $5 from the blind who's not in the hand. Flop comes ace, queen, 9, rainbow. I flop middle set with 115 in the pot. I action checks to me, and I bet $65. The cutoff calls, and the other two players fold. So 115, 130 is 245. 245, we go to a turn, and it is a 2 of clubs. I like that card, and I'm wondering which hands. Usually I process this information very quickly, so wondering which hands are going to continue, and I think most ace X's are going to continue, and it's LA, so players are pretty loose. They don't like to fold top pair. Obviously, 2 pair, which there are very few of as far as ace queen is concerned, are continuing. Ace 9 is going to continue, and a bottom set on the flop I have crushed. So I decide to bet, and the pot's 245 minus the rake, so let's just say 240. It's a little bit less, but let's keep the numbers simple. There's 240 in the pot, and I bet a little less than half pot, 115, and the cutoff calls. So now we have 370 in the pot, and the river is an ace. Now, I did mention that I process information very quickly. The pot's already pretty big, almost. There's basically a pot-sized bet left, and I wasn't happy with the river card because if I am going to lose the hand, then that's the card that's going to do me in, because any 2 pairs that were behind me on the turn are now ahead, and they're going to win the hand. The question is how much. Well, how much do I bet in a pot that's basically 370, and there's just under $400 behind? The cutoff is the effective stack. Well, I decided to shove, and the reason I shoved there is because a number of ace queen hands 3-bet pre-flop. Not always, but that's a hand that's typically 3-bets. It depends on the aggressiveness of the player, how passive they are. But I decided to shove because all the boats that are worse than mine are calling. So pocket 9s are calling. And it's also possible that, given that players tend to be on the passive side, it's possible that trip aces are going to call. So we're talking about something like ace jack, ace 10, maybe something like ace 5 or ace 4 if it's there, which I wouldn't expect to be there because those hands tend to 3-bet pre-flop. But I figured that with the boats that I beat, his pocket 9s call, and enough aces call, trip aces call, to make my hand good often enough. I shove, he snaps, he has ace-9, I lose.